Yeah. Um. Hopefully, yeah. I guess how it works. Um. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a stream here to kind of give you some tips on making music with FL Studio. Um. Let me just put it here in my in my stream description. I'm gonna put okay. So yeah, I'm putting this in my stream description. Basically just saying that I'm doing an FL Studio tutorial here. So yeah, FL Studios right here. So I want to start out with like an EDM kick drum, like that one. Let me check my levels here. Yeah, so you just gotta get a rhythm set up with the kick drum, you know. Once you do that, you're going to want to like get a hi-hat. And you want to pick a hi-hat that sounds really dope. And then you're going to want to pitch the hi-hat down all the way. Right there. Now, this is something that a lot of producers don't know, but once you pitch down the hi-hat, you send it to mixer 4, and then you send from mixer 4 to mixer 5, and then to 6, 7, not 8, 9, 12. And then if you shift and click, shift and click on one of the channels, and you can change the name of it and the color. And you're gonna want to make this one 8329992. And then for this one, you're gonna want to make it this kind of greenish color. I'll show you again. And then this one's gonna be 7, 5, 3, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, and then for this one, you're gonna want to shift click it, change that to orange, and then you're gonna want to name it 909891112, and then this one has a dash 001314. Okay, and then last one is this one. This one's red. So you're gonna make this red. And then this one is gonna be called 44, and then the percent sign 3E444. So once you have all this set up, you're going to want to make sure that this hi-hat is not going to the main mixer track here. It's just going to those. Now for this one, now let's listen to the difference here. See. Yeah, so for this one, you're going to want to put in DFX buffer overdrive. And then if you want to take screenshots of these settings, it'll probably help for you to look at, so I would say like take a screenshot of this. For this one, you need to put in blood overdrive and do like that. Again, copy the preset settings if you want. And then for this one, you want the CK pitch shifter. And I know it's hard to see the controls here, but you're going to want to pitch that all the way up. 6 octaves all the way up. And then use algorithm B with the window. You can see your parameters up there in the top left. So make your window 350. And then for this one, you're going to do a reverb and then just cut all of the dry signal out and damp it a lot. And then add the stereo separation. And I usually like to make my rooms look something like this or that. Sometimes this is okay, but the Pentagon, but we'll go with the Pentagon for today. Alright, so now you have the hi-hat set up and you can play it. My kick drum needs to be more like this. With my kick drum is I'm going to put an overdrive on it. Now to get a good sounding overdrive on a kick drum, I usually always start with a 100 times on because then the preamp is more sensitive, so I like it. The color, if you go anything under 3.3, it's not gonna sound good. And the other thing about blood overdrive is if the pre-band filter is set to anything under like 0.75, it doesn't really do much, so it kind of sucks, but yeah, so we'll put it on here. Alright, and then we're going to want to make a synth, a synthesizer that will make a cool sound. What I like to do is granulizer. Then you take some music that you like. I will use this Chrono Trigger soundtrack. And now I'm going to pitch it up a little bit. I'm going to keep my grain length low, and then you come up with a melody. And then you're going to want the main melody. This is like a really good synth to use. So here we go. this pattern and get rid of the hi-hat here, and we can start doing the playlist for the song. So it's going to start without a hi-hat, and then after a little bit the hi-hat will start coming in. So that's pattern 1. Here's pattern 2 to start with. Done with hi-hats. Fuck hi-hats. Okay, and then a snare. This is a good snare. So you want to have a snare that can be like an accent on stuff to kind of give it some more like interesting flavor to the beat. So I'll do that right now, just adding that snare pattern in there a little bit. Pitched up the snare a bit because that's usually a good idea. So now we can switch to song mode and hear this song as it is so far. And I'm actually going to go back and clone this again and then get rid of the kick, and then use that as kind of like a breakdown right here. But we'll get into how breakdowns work, making a really good sounding breakdown later. But yeah, so let's just hear a little bit of this song. Alright, now for the breakdown part, you're going to want to you want it to be interesting. So here's my breakdown so far. And I actually probably want to cut the volume down. And okay, I'm going to clone this. And then this one I'll just send clean, and I'm going to pitch it down. So start a new pattern, and then I'll start with that. So let's put this down here so we can measure to make sure it lines up. Like obviously I made that way too long. So yeah, and then when you want it to be a I'm gonna want this to, like, since this is a breakdown, but it's gonna also be a build up at the same time, I'm going to use a slide note, which you can press Shift S, or you can hit this slide button up here. That means the next note that you lay down is going to be a slide, and it's going to slide to the next note that you select over time, and then the length of it that you do makes how long it is. So yeah, I'm gonna try and make it the length of this. Also here, I'm gonna make a new kick pattern for that kind of breakdown / build up part of the song. And you see this up here, that means that you're doing it really good kick drum. For making IDM music, it's like a really good idea to like for that you want to take some like kind of percussion sounds like this. This is perfect. And then you want to put that oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Why didn't I put reverb on this? Then you add an LFO to the pitch. That sounds cool because that's how people that make like IDM and house music, they do it kind of like that. So So that's kind of like, now you can tell in this breakdown slash build up part of the song, it's not really building up to anywhere yet. So I gotta fix that. Like, I gotta make it so that it's kind of like, ooh, I'm really excited for this build up part right here. It's gonna be so dope. So yeah. So the way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna have like a reverse crash. It like builds up right here. Now, when you're making like this kind of thing where it builds up like that, you want to keep people like in a lot of suspense. And they're like, oh, here it comes, you know what I'm saying? And that's what this sounds like. It's like, oh shit, oh, here it comes. And then you're like, what's coming? What's coming? Oh shit. Crazy stuff's about to happen. Oh my god, okay. And you're like, I would say, right around this point, you're like, oh man, something crazy's about to happen. This is gonna be so cool. Damn. It's building up. Oh my god. Oh wow. It's gonna be a song. Then yeah. So now I'm going to throw in here an empty pattern, and then when you do that, you press this record button up here, and you can record the automation. I'm going to record this kick. That's like a solo that I'm going to do. It's going to be like a kick solo, but it's going to be like part of the build up, like leading up to it. Alright, sorry about that, I had to fix this.